this, and you seemed skeptical at first.
I
and
know.
now here we are. We're starting. You wanted to start the show off with it.
I know. Well, I had to give the devil his due. Maybe that's not the best word. I had to, give you your roses, so to speak, with the Olivia Dean. But welcome to the show. Welcome to Going Yard. We are here. Hey. We're doing it. The Olivia Dean. That's the first bullet I put in our little show notes here is Olivia Dean earworm has nested. It is now in full effect. Man I Need is now firmly in the driver's seat for the Spotify Wraps #1 song of 2026. It's yeah, I was doing one of my walks. I was walking around, and I usually listen to podcasts, but this time I was like, I'm gonna throw on a song real quick, and I'll tell you what, my pace picked up. I might have been skipping. I was.
Dude, isn't it hypnotic? It's like a hypnotic song.
Yep.
It hits on a lot of great stuff. And Jake, it's a golden album to be single to. If you're single, it really hits.
I bet.
You have Dive on here, which is
that's what I wanted to. Because so that song I just looked up. I was like, I'm going to throw it on. So I just type in Olivia Dean, and it's the first song. So I go, okay, great, and then it just goes like her top songs. And so then inevitably it just starts kind of playing through a couple, and I was like, oh, this one's cool. That was so good. And then this other one comes on. I was like, oh, what is this? This is and then it's Dive, and I was like, oh, this is the other one where I gave him shit about the name because it was and then I was like, oh, of course, it's Dive. So I had the exact reaction that you had when you brought them up initially.
Man, it is that one was great. I think on one of my flights back, I think I put it on 1P for like a solid 30 minutes or something. I was like, I'm just gonna dive into this song and look out the window, or taking off, something like that. The other one, again, if you were single, it hits a lot harder. But hardest part, have you gotten to the hardest part?
You mentioned this the last time we chatted, and now, you know what? Now I'm going to really dive in, pun intended, really quickly after this. You know what I was also doing, Alex? I've got, those JBL, Bluetooth speaker things.
Yeah.
Lisa and I, we got one for the holidays. I think it was like a white elephant type deal or whatever. So we ended up getting one. And what I started doing is I'm using it for the shower now. So I bring it in. It's waterproof.
And also, it's a lot of Olivia Dean in the shower.
So I was listening to Olivia Dean, and I was going to Man I Need, Dive, and I queued up a bunch, but I queued them up to play back to back over and over a couple times. And so I get out of the shower, and Lisa goes, was that 1P? Did you put a couple songs on 1P? And I'm like, oh no, she was downstairs hearing these songs on repeat.
Oh, dude, hardest part is it's about getting it's like falling out of love kind of. So again, it's better for single. So I don't know if you'll like that one as much, but it got so popular, and Olivia Dean got so popular that she has got a version out where she collabs with just an incredible artist. I'm going to look it up here, but it is incredible. And it's just another incredible artist too. So she's just on top of the world. She was speaking of top artists, I think she was my number 3 from just Q4, just from Q4 alone.
Yeah. Last few months of the, of 25. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I wrote it here as earworm because it just really, man, I just could not get out of my head. And, it was just stuck in my head. So I was like, I gotta listen to it again.
Jake, it's Leon Bridges. That Leon Bridges is the one that does the duet with her for Hardest Part. So Leon Bridges is incredible as well.
What is he? I don't know if I know Leon. Leon Let's Kid?
Oh, Oh, The River, I think, but just real soul music, just great soul
Mm,
music from Mr.
okay.
Leon Bridges.
I'll have to
And
give it
so
a.
he brings it. That one is like it's like two folks going through. Yeah, is it? Oh yeah, Coming Home and River are his top two songs if you look them up, and you've heard at least those two.
Little
Um,
river action. Little river band? Is it Little River Band? Is that one?
no, well, yeah, that's from the other guys, but it's
That's right.
nothing,
That's right.
not like them. But um,
Man, how's the rest of the
oh,
week, brother?
Olivia
What'd you
Dean.
get into? How's the snow
Well,
treating you? How's the
I know.
snow?
Well, and so we
It's
talked about last
nuts.
time. This one, yes, it came down some more, but this one was bigger than the rest. This
Yeah.
was Jake.
I s-
It's over like a foot of snow. Basically, came
Oh,
down in like an evening into like a whole afternoon. It was like all of Saturday, basically. Was it Saturday or Sunday? But it was like the weekend. It was like it came down Saturday night into Sunday morning, kind of. Um,
how's the
and
fire
so,
building? You still
uh, crushing it.
re-
Yeah,
Ah, there you go.
got some
Nice.
got some good structures in, got some again, kind of cabin. I go log cabin. You always build the
Yeah.
base first where the fire starter sits. And then
Yeah.
you know what you do? You know what you do, Jake? Dad brings in
Kindling.
sometimes he'll have little leaves in there, dry leaves. You throw
Sure.
that in
Yeah.
there to really get the fire started. So once you've built
Yeah.
sort of like the little cylinder around, or it's like a box around that has all of the kind of the Lincoln log style stack, then you really start adding your leaves in there, and it just
Sure.
shoots up. It just
Yeah.
accelerates it so quickly. Um,
Yeah.
Almost don't even need a fanning of the flames at that point. That's
No, I feel like I gotta maybe I'll dip into my little survivor a little bit early here, but again, I'm still powering through and
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
one of the I don't want to spoil anything, but just in just in case, if you're gonna go back to season 10 of Survivor from
I will not.
2006.
I will not. You can
Okay,
spoil here.
okay.
You can spoil.
That's what I thought. Um, it was so funny. They had a tie in the votes. They're trying to vote some people out. There's a tie.
Oh,
So
oh
it
no.
goes to a tiebreaker. And both of these two survivor contestants, both of them were they were playing a social game. They weren't really the ones that were really competing. They weren't like hunting and getting fish. They were just more of
Politics. Like politics, you
yeah, they
mean?
were just kind of like allied with strong players.
Mm-hmm.
And the two of them had to go up against one another in the tiebreaker, which is making fire against each other. And so you have to do that in front of the jury, which is everyone that's been voted out. They kind of watch what happens. And then at the end of the game, they vote for who the winner is. And so
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of a good thing sometimes because if you do well, it looks pretty good on your resume. If you can really make a good fire and you seem like
Sure.
really proficient. And so these two usually, so what you get, the technique is they've got the flint and you've got to rub off the magnesium. So the magnesium kind of sits down and you've got to set
Mm-hmm.
up. Now, you were mentioning the leaves. Usually on Survivor, the big kindling that they use is coconut husk, which is
Mm.
dry and it's similar, like,
Like
it's very
the hairy kind of
yes, the
texture, right?
brown, dried
Yeah.
out. Yeah, exactly. So they kind of get that into like a ball, and then you have that, you get the magnesium, and then you're sparking. You're striking the flint at the magnesium you just shaved off. That ignites and then hopefully ignites the coconut husk. And then from there, small sticks, bigger sticks, bigger sticks, bigger sticks. And then you've got a big fire going. Both
Mm.
of these people who were accused, it's competitive fire making. Jeff goes, all right, 3, 2, 1, go. And they're going, going. And then it pans to the jury. And in the bottom left, it goes, time elapsed 30 minutes. It's like both of them were just
No.
sitting there. They could not get it to strike. Then it goes back to Jeff. Jeff is there and he's like got his hand on his side. He's like, what are we doing here? And he goes, time elapsed 1 hour. And Jeff
No.
Jeff goes, And 3, 2, 1, put it down. Put it down. We're going to use matches. We're going to use matches. And the whole jury is like unimpressed. And they're like, yep, they definitely got carried to this point. Like, clearly. And so
Yeah.
Jeff gives them matches. They just start ripping through matches.
They couldn't get it going with matches?
They couldn't get it going with matches. At one point, one of the girls goes to Jeff. She goes, Jeff, I'm out of matches. Jeff goes, we're on day.
How did they fuck up the matches? Were they like snapping them, going too hard?
Guess,
like, what were they doing?
Yeah, I think they would just, I don't even know how you fuck it up that bad. They were just stripping off. They might have not been using the strip that, ignites the sulfur. It could have just been like them stripping down the sulfur on like a dull spot. I don't know. I don't even know how you do that. But yeah. And Jeff just goes, well, you're going to have to wait and see if she makes the fire, I guess. And so the other girl is just there with unlimited time. She eventually makes it. It was like an hour and a half. When it usually is like it's an under 5-minute thing usually. And so
Holy shit.
It was very embarrassing.
Well, you're really selling the show. It sounds
yeah. Riveting. That's what I was like. I was like, thank God we watched the edited version, because it ended up being like a total of 1:30 of just like cringy stuff. But for them, they had to sit through an hour and a half of two people just like clink, 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 just not being able to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess maybe I'm overestimating my ability. I don't want to sound too pretentious or too overzealous, but I don't know if I was given the matches even. I feel like I could do that.
Yeah, you could.
You
absolutely could.
I feel like at that point, I don't think I'm that helpless.
Well, the crazy thing was, it wasn't even as if they were not getting fire. It's that I don't know why they weren't getting the concept of just putting more sticks on. Like, once the fire is going, keeping it going and building it up. They were just like starting it and then trying to build something. They weren't making the cabin, so to speak. They were just kind of like going at it. You got to do it even before you even get the starter going. I know. Like you gotta be prepared. Yeah. Have it all ready. You only have so much for that little spark, to really connect with some of that. Come on. My God. Yeah. It was bad. So okay, so you
guys
are.
That's good. Go ahead. Well, I was gonna say we have the fire starter where it's like a little. I don't even know what the material is. It looks. It burns very slowly, which is why you just get a match, you light that on fire, and then once it catches, it could probably burn for, depending on how much of it you have, could burn for like 5 minutes or so. So you have you put it in
clay kind of plywood kind of thing. If clay was pushed into plywood or something.
It's like a slow burning, almost like crumbly type material or texture. And you can kind of peel off or take as much as you kind of want, a little, like you said, clayish, where it's like a ball of it almost, and a little log of it. Light it on fire, and then I place it into the center of I keep saying, I put the floorboards down. I put it right on the floorboards there, and then little sticks that go in that they ignite, and they get caught. So little sticks are then leaning on the bigger structure, and then that's what really gets it going. So it's really centrally located. It's all flying up the vent right away, and then it kind of opens up. Really blossoms like a flower. It really blossoms, Jake.
Yeah, you get the cabin set up. I bet.
And we had like a foot of snow. I finally did the snow blower. The full on, no shoveling.
Heavy duty. How big is this thing looking?
It's like a push. Think of the size of like a push mower, but it's like a rectangle in front of you. And you've got the chute out that you can kind of rotate. Yeah. You're directing where it's going, and you got your hands on it. Where you got one that's getting the blade going, the other one that's getting the forward motion of it or backward motion of it if you're in reverse, and then in the middle the crank. So once you get the blade going, then you start putting. I get a nice little. I had a little feather touch going to it, a little feather touch. That would
for the blade or for the
pace, because you don't want to go too fast over the snow because it was like a foot deep. You want all of it to come up. You want all of it to come up.
Get down.
If not, you got to get down. You got to get down. You got to get down with it.
And then forward.
And then forward. You'd even spend a little bit of time in one spot, get it all out there, and then push forward.
That's a lot.
Made that mistake. So
now, are you waiting for it to build up, or are you kind of doing shifts? Are you doing you trying to get that base layer gone? It's still coming down, but you're getting rid of the base layer, and then you come out a couple hours later, and then boom, hit it with that second hit.
Great question. There's a lot of debate in the house about this. There's a lot of debate going on. When do we jump in?
Yeah.
And we're watching it. You don't want to go in too soon because then what are you doing? What are you doing all that work for? You can do it again.
Point? Yeah.
Jake, once it turned from a flurry to almost like an icy rain, because then it's like ice coming down on top.
Yeah. Yeah.
That gives it a good crunch, which actually makes it easier for the snowblower. It consolidates it all on top.
Picks it up a bit. Yeah, they stick.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and so it kind of packs it down for you if there's like a thin layer of like the wintry mix on top. And so that was kind of when we jumped in. Once that kind of ended, and then it ended a little bit, but it's still windy. So that's why when I was picking which direction, you want to go with the wind, but you don't want to go into the street or you want to go on the sidewalks. That was difficult because there was a couple times I had to really force it into the wind. So I'm getting hit some blowback with some snow coming back at me.
Not the blowback, Alex.
Getting some blowback right in my face, Jake.
Oh,
and honestly, that's why you do it. That's why you do it. That's
out
what
there. And then you build the cabin. You earn it.
That's right.
There you go.
And then you get to watch football all day. And then you watch football.
A little hot cocoa action? What? Are we getting into that? Are we doing a little tea, a little coffee?
Jake, I had two. One that you didn't mention. So I had the hot cocoa, right? Real quick, little mix that you make there. You get the hot water, instant hot. Just a real lifesaver, the instant hot. Easy.
Sure.
I put a little Maker's Mark in there. You got to put a little Maker's Mark in there, Now, I wish I had a peppermint. I wish I had a peppermint schnapps of some kind or like a Bailey's. Probably would have accompanied better. Little schnapp.
Yeah.
But I just had a little Maker Makes right there. So just a little Maker Makes. And so I threw that in there. But then I realized, whoa, with the coffee, we were with the cocoa, not the best mixture. So then I switched to a hot cider mix that was in the cabinet. Yeah, a little
apple base.
A little packet. It was a packet of so it wasn't like a cider. It was a packet mixture. So it had like a little cinnamon in it. It had a little bit of. So it was like already a pre-mixed cider mix. And again, instant hot. And then I put the whiskey in, then more instant hot, little stir, more instant hot, more whiskey, little stir, and got it all in there. And so I was, enjoying the football games, Jake. I earned it. Had some long socks on by the fire. Structure was great. Fire blossomed out. Great.
Great. That's incredible. Yeah.
How's California?
We went hit the beach.
Exactly.
Hit the beach. I am sunburned. No. No, we did, I guess we did some wintry activities with some of the neighbors here. We're getting ready to leave. We've got another month or so here. So we're getting in.
Oh, the neighbors devastated? Jake, are they devastated? Is Chris devastated?
John next door is devastated. He just found out yesterday. He was floored. Yeah. He was bummed. He was happy for us, sad for himself.
Yeah,
that's his words.
Yeah, he has to say.
Yeah, those are his words.
I'm really happy for you guys through gritted teeth.
Yeah. So we're gonna try and do a big outing and have just a big old bar outing and just try and invite to, you know, any and everyone and just gonna have, people come to us instead of running around as much. But we did get one little Catan outing in. Um
Mm.
so we got Catan in, which is very fun. And we we ended up we got into it. We got some little pizza action.
What
Um
kind? How'd we do on the pizza?
It was funny. Chris texted before. He's such a good host. He's hosting the game and he goes, what kind of toppings you and Lisa like? And I go, oh, I'm easy. I'll eat anything, but my preferences, I like a lot of things. I go sausage, pepper. I like an onion. I like sometimes a mushroom. So, any of those are great. He gets all of it. He gets
Yeah.
all of it. Just no exclusions. He goes, oh, this is what you like? Perfect. Here's all of it on the pizza. So it just looked like each slice was just a mountain of like all this shit. So it was great.
Mhm.
It was really lovely. So we had some pizza and another person from our group. We've been playing for years now, and we try and get usually it works out throughout the course of a year, like maybe once a month or maybe every other month, but it's usually in the neighborhood of like 6-ish times in the year, like every other month on average,
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe a little bit less. But so we've been playing with this group for a while, and someone gifted Chris for Christmas was something from Etsy. It was a glass holder for all the resource cards. So it was like
What?
etched
That's
etched
awesome.
yeah, etched in it. It was like wood, wheat, sheep, and then you put all the cards there. So you kind of had a bank. So
Cool. Oh, that's
very
fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
very cool, very fun. And yeah, I got real cocky. I got really cocky. We have house rules. We keep everything flipped upside down, so it's just a blind placing in the beginning of the
Random.
game, if
Hmm.
you're familiar with the game. So it becomes very random. There's less strategy. It's just like hopefully you get lucky. And in the very beginning of the game, without seeing anything, I just put it on a port, which it, if you don't know the game, it basically just gives you one less tile, but it gives you
Hmm.
access to trading. And it's only good if you can trade that thing. And when you're doing it blindly, there's no advantage, but I was like, I'm going to get lucky and I'm going to get this thing. And so
No.
I basically, from turn one, before the game even started, I just was like, I'm going to go for this port no matter what. And I just I know I'm going to get lucky. I'm going to get this port thing that I need. Didn't get it. And so the whole game
No, no.
was
Like
an
the
uphill
resource.
battle. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I basically was just like getting one less resource than everybody. But Chris ended up winning, which was awesome. I think that was his
No way. Has
it's
he
like
ever?
his first or second win. He said he's won one other time on a team with somebody else. And so I was joking in the group chat after. I was like, Chris is now undefeated with the new bank, the
Yeah.
new card bank.
Yeah.
Um
There's a
so
secret, there's a false bottom where he can sneak out any resource he
that's
wants, and he cheated
right.
the whole game.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But
Oh, so it sounds like you got arrogant with the port play, and you pigeonholed
oh yeah.
yourself early. It sounds like you get
Very arrogant,
the
Alex. I
hubris.
just yeah, I thought I was like, I'm gonna do this thing. I haven't done this before. And it's like, you know what? You just gotta play it as it lies and just kind of go into it. But oh
I know
no,
a
what are you doing?
guy. I got a
Oh, Alex,
guy.
don't do this to me. I don't we're almost out of the season. You can't bring this up. Right out of the fantasy season. You can't be
I
bringing
got a
up
guy
Art
that
of
has something to
War.
say about this.
Oh
Jake,
no. Oh
I got a
no.
guy. Look,
Now
if equally matched, Jake, we can offer battle. If slightly inferior in numbers, we can avoid the enemy. If quite unequal in every way, we can flee from him. Jake, it sounded like you had to flee the whole game.
I
It
should I
sounded
should
like
have fled. I
it
should have
sounded
gotten a
like
couple. I should have
a
got a couple of
tactical
slices of
conceit.
pizza. Yeah, should have got
Yeah.
slices of pizza, and I should have fled. back to
Huh?
my place is what I should have
It
done.
sounds
But
like Chris kind of buttered you up for the win. Like he got you your favorite pizza,
right,
you know,
yeah.
and all your toppings. It sounds like he kind of played the politics or the Machiavellian role pretty well.
I'm not gonna lie, there was some poetry to it because Lisa and I usually clean up. We usually
Yeah.
clean
Yeah.
up. And so there was a sweet poetry of it being like the last, maybe the second to last. We might squeeze one more in before we leave, but for
Mhm.
Chris to get the solo win and really have it and earn it and be there for the last,
Yeah.
it felt poetic for him to
Yeah.
get it. I couldn't even. It was a very earned win. Um, yeah, it was funny towards the end of the game. He's close to winning, but you know how that game plays. It really snowballs. It really
Mhm.
gets, more things happen. You build more, so more cards come, so you can do more. So by the end, the turns become so long. He had like a 25-minute turn where he was
No.
just like, hold on, hold on. And the rest of us are just like having some table talk, just shooting the shit. And at one point, someone just goes, is it still the same turn? It was like 25 minutes of the same turn, but God bless him. He won. He ended up winning. Yeah, more power to him for it. But
And that, like you said, that's poetic, and it feels just that he won. He's a great
it
host. He's
was.
always been a great host. He's a terrific
Yeah.
neighbor,
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Um, just just good. That's good.
And I think you were mentioning you saw the Saturday little karaoke thing go on, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited to hear about this because we
Yeah.
got a video of. I mean, you're going to tell this story. I don't want to give away the story here, but Lisa was doing karaoke, and it's Lisa. Just, I mean, come on, she's amazing at singing and incredible and a great performer. And so we saw that, but then can I tell the your
Let her rip. Yeah, let
your
her
little
rip.
yeah, so we're watching the video and Lisa's killing it, and then we hear Jake and he goes woo, and then the woo turns into woo. That's my fucking wife. Everybody was like, yeah.
Yeah.
So it seemed like a very fun time. Very excited to hear about how karaoke went, the going away
Yeah.
party, the video. We must have watched 3 or 4 times. Like, is that Jake? Yeah, it has to be Jake. Yeah, he says that's my fucking wife. And then we listened to it
Yeah.
again. And it was like, woo, that's my fucking wife.
we
So we got a kick out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Coincidentally, Jared and Brittany they're leaving as well. And so they did a going away like bar outing. It was this fun rooftop place. And so there was maybe like, oh gosh, the whole crew, Alex. You remember the whole Tippers crew and like
Yeah.
everyone's spouses and everybody. And so um, yeah, it was really fun. It was this place called Lemon Grove. It's like this bar. So we did like a happy hour type deal. We got some appetizers. And Alex, I got to really chat with Jamie. And so he gave me that recommendation for Montreal for the bachelor party coming up next year or for later in the
That's
year.
right. Didn't he live there for a long, long time?
He grew up
Or
there. That's where he's
that's
from.
right. Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. And
Mhm.
so he's from there. So he was the one that gave that recommendation I shared. And yeah, he was a blast. Anyway, so we're getting a bunch of drinks and stuff going, and then some people are leaving, and then of the like 15, 2 or 3 break off, but the rest of us, like there's a solid 12, 13 that are still hanging around. And so we end up going to a karaoke bar down the street. And it's like in the heart of Hollywood, this karaoke bar. And well, it's funny, it wasn't even a karaoke bar, it was a piano bar. So it's a piano bar,
Mm.
but you can Venmo the guy tips and then he'll do songs. So it was more of just like and sometimes
He
the
takes suggestions,
bartender.
like you Venmo the suggestion of the song you want. Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly. And it was a guy, he was saying he's about to be on a Broadway show. So he was like this piano player, singer, and we're getting drinks and everyone's pretty tuned up. And Lisa ends up and weekly appreciation of my wife. I love her. She's incredibly talented. She's a piano teacher and singer as well, also voice lesson teacher. She worked internationally on cruise ships performing, and so very, very talented. And worked in New York City off Broadway a little bit, and then she ends up so she's actually taught a couple of people in our friend group. So Brittany has done lessons with her, some other people. at one point, so Lisa Venmos and goes like, "Hey, um, you don't have to say yes, but I'd love to sing, I Will Survive, if that's possible." And she sends this tip, and some time goes by, and in between, there is this guy sitting in front of the piano in the middle of this busy bar with an eye patch, and some people are
Yeah.
going up next to him to try and get the Venmo, a QR code. So they're getting the QR code, and this guy is sitting. He's camped out. You could tell he's a regular. He knows the
By
people
himself.
there
Just
by
by himself,
himself,
right? Okay.
and and, and he starts chatting with Brittany, and Brittany just goes, "This right here, this," and she points at Lisa, grabs Lisa, and goes, "This is the best voice teacher in the entire city. This, she is incredible," and just starts like hyping her. And this guy with an eye patch, so he starts talking to Lisa, and I kind of see what's going on. I could say here, kind of like looking away a little bit. So I was like, I gotta. So I kind of go over there, go, "Hey, what's going on?" Just bails. And I was like, "Uh-oh." So I am stuck with this guy with an eye patch. Turns out,
So you did
lovely
tag team.
guy.
You did tag
Yeah,
team then. You tagged out. You tagged her out,
yeah,
kind of.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Lovely guy. I am hammered. He's pretty drunk. He won an Emmy. He won an Emmy actually for a production. Anyway, it's what he told me. I don't know if
Okay.
this is true
I
or
was
not.
gonna say, I don't know. I don't know.
But anyway, eventually I get out of this conversation, and yeah, it's just time has gone by and there's no reference to Survivor going on. And so I don't know if you remember, do you remember Paloma? She's in the friend group.
Yeah.
She's really fun, very energetic. She's a
Yeah.
firecracker. Her and Cassidy, to kind of set the scene, they go up to the bar and they have a bunch of tiny little lamps along the bar, and you can touch it, and it's a touch on off. And so it goes and cycles through a couple different colors and things. Paloma, yeah, they're tiny little, like the size of your forearm type lights. They're not that big.
Mm-hmm.
And so Paloma goes, just to give you a background of who she is and her energy
Yeah.
she's bringing
Yeah.
to
Dive in.
the story
Yeah.
here. She grabs one of these lamps and brings it to the middle of the dance floor. Her and Cassidy put it in the middle of the dance floor, and they just start dancing and touching this lamp so that it's cycling through all the colors. And so
Mhm.
they start picking up a pretty decent following of people that are just going around this lamp. They eventually pick it up. Everyone's touching this lamp. The bartenders see what's happening. They go, "Guys, we got to get this lamp back." They put it back. There's a couple, like 2 or 3 more times this happens. And so this
So
happens.
for clarity,
So,
the bartender goes to the middle of the dance floor and goes, "Hey guys, we got to put this back."
yeah,
And they
correct.
take it from them and put it back. And then Paloma and Cass
Yeah.
get another lamp and do it again.
Yes,
Is that, am I
exactly.
getting that?
You're
Okay.
exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're understanding.
Okay.
And so
Yep.
this is the kind of chaotic good that Paloma is. She's just like there for the bit. They were having too much time with the bit. Anyway, in the midst of her lamping, she
Lamping.
hears that Lisa's like, "Hey, they still haven't played Survivor yet. I tipped them like an hour ago and I haven't heard anything." And Paloma just goes, "What? That's a bullshit." And she Venmos, and I don't know how much I think she did a fair amount, like a very fair amount. And all you hear is like 2-3 minutes later, it just goes, Do we have the birthday girl Paloma that wants to sing Survivor? And everyone points to Lisa and goes, Paloma! Paloma! And so the bartender reluctantly was like, we never do this. Like, we don't let people sing. And I think they saw that it was a pretty fair tip, and they were like, for one song, I think this is fine, but
They're like, it's
please
the
don't.
lamp people. It's
Yeah.
the lamp people.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And so Lisa gets up there, and she's had quite a few at this point, but she's really hanging in there. So she goes, and this guy's very reluctant. He's like, "Oh my gosh, like these people are shit faced," and you could tell that like there's just a couple of warm ups, and the guy's playing piano, and you can't see me if you're listening, but he just kind of like opens his eyes and goes, "Oh," he goes, "Oh," and he's this like real flamboyant gay guy goes, "Oh, you can sing." He's just like he starts playing much more like
Enthusiastic.
enthusiastically and louder, and she is like going on. So anyway, at that moment, Cassidy is filming. It's like the first few moments, and you can then see me where again I am shit-faced and I am center stage with my phone just like right aimed at her. And so Cassie's filming Lisa, notices like me next to her, and she turns, and that's why I see this camera just pointing my face, and I just look at the camera and go, that's my fucking wife. And
Now I want to see that video. Okay,
yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
see. I gotta text Cass for that video.
Yeah. And I have a full uncut like 2.5 minutes or whatever of the song where it's like me filming, but there's a few times where it's like walk out that door, I will survive, or whatever the heck, and it goes, I'll walk out the door, and there's me where I'm pretending to walk out the door, but I completely lose the video. So it's just like the wall or like the ground and stuff.
Ugh,
So anyway, that was
you kids,
yeah,
you
that was
kids.
the
I mean, the lamp bit, the eye patch. What this bar? What mystical bar was this? Is this a piano bar?
yeah, it's
Uh,
just it's funny. I put the karaoke thing, but I guess it really wasn't karaoke. She was the only one
yeah,
that got
you
to
made it
sing.
sound like
Yeah,
everybody's doing karaoke. No, this is a piano bar that you
yeah,
guys, and I say the eye patch because I'm thinking pirates now. You guys like
yeah,
overran this bar. Like you guys from your ship, you guys roped over and you took over and bombarded this ship. You took over this bar.
that's right. Yeah, it was very fun. We had the big crew, and it was a going away for Brittany and Jared, so it was very
Mhm.
fun to have like a lot of the crew there for the
Mhm.
kind of going away or whatever. But
I'm sure that
yeah,
probably got people real tuned up. Like this might be our last time all together.
right.
Like this is gonna be a fun night. Who cares? We're getting the lamps.
Yeah.
We're spending exorbitant amount of money on Venmos to make sure Lisa, aka Paloma, sings. We
Yeah.
are saying hi to the eye patch guy. This is
Yeah.
a night of yes and. you know.
Yeah. I gotta check the video again, because at the end, I don't know if I got it or not. I don't think I did, but at the end, it was like, "Happy birthday, Paloma!" The bar is yelling like, "Happy birthday!" And everyone, like our friend group is like sarcastically saying it to Lisa as well. Um, Very silly, very very silly. But definitely the highlight of the weekend. Definitely the highlight. I
That's
hung
great.
low the rest of the weekend for the games and everything. After last week's clocking in, clocking out,
Yeah, you
I
had a
didn't
full
want to
shift at
look
the
at a
bar
bar.
last week. Right, right.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't want to look at a bar this week. So I was at home. But yeah, that was kind of it. I did go for a walk. I mean this fellowship walking has been
The fantasy
whew,
hike.
the
Oh my
fantasy
god.
hike, dude, has been
Oh.
It's been a ripper. And Spicer and I, we are going back and forth. It is the Cold
You guys
War.
are
It
dead tie right
ah
now. You guys are
he
dead tied. Wow.
I was up 6 miles on him, and I was like, okay, cool, great, great, great. And then over the weekend, he hit a 6 miler just in one day. And then I was like,
Dude.
oh, he caught back up. So I do like, all right, I'm going to hit 4. He comes right back with 4. Then he comes
Oh,
back the next day with a 4. And I was like, well, now I've got to do 4 on the next day. And so we are just going back and forth, he and I. And we haven't even, I got to give him a call because
I gotta give him a call. You're telling me I gotta give that guy a call because that sounds so fun. I love just the idea that he's like, oh, the boys. I gotta beat the boys. Like, I just love the idea because we never do anything competitive with him.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. He's like, dude, he's in the mix, man.
Well, if you also look at if you look at the last 7 days, he's leading.
Oh, I know. Oh, I'm always
if you look,
this.
yeah, the
Mhm.
last 7, it's really, and Tyler is really making some ways too. Now that Tyler's in the
know.
mix, it's a
I know. Do you
blast.
like that I got him involved?
I
knew
know.
he'd
Well, I
be.
know. So I gave him leases,
Mhm.
and he and I got to chat a little bit, and so
Oh, that's
oh
right. How did that go? I mean, we don't have to do everything on the podcast if it's like personal stuff, but
no, it was great. It
how
was great.
was? Yeah,
We're just catching up. We're both moving at the same time, so we just had a lot to chat about, and
yeah,
I got it. We still have yet. We're gonna say we're gonna do a video game outing where we could kind of talk and catch up and do it like we did back in the pandemic days. So
yeah.
yeah, we're gonna try and do something like that soon. But before the move and kind of chat about it all. So but yeah, he's on the hike as well now. So that's been
Well,
really cool.
did he tell you why it came up in our conversation? So I was catching up with Tyler about the move, and he brought up Uncle Rodney, his dad, wants to do the Camino de Santiago, which is a network of ancient pilgrimage routes that goes through Spain. So it's like a long hike through
Oh,
Spain. And it's
huh,
like a bucket list thing that Uncle Rodney wants to do. And so
huh.
you look it up. If you look up Camino de Santiago or just Camino Spain, it'll probably come up. But there's multiple routes. You could do like the French way, the North way, or Norte way. Looked cool because that was like the coastline. But there's a couple different paths you could take, and you go through the towns of Spain. And if you look up images, it looks beautiful.
Oh, I'm looking
Um,
up there's this really cool site that has like a color-coded route.
mhm.
It looks like 7 different parts, 7 different
CaminoWays.com, that one.
this one's Marley Camino.
Okay,
But
I'll try to
yes,
find that. But
very cool.
so he was talking about this, and so that's why I brought up. I said, "Oh well, we're doing this fantasy hike. You should join us," because he was talking about preparing for it, and his dad thinks he can just do it, like no training, just like jump into it. And it's like,
How long are some of them?
well, yeah. So one of them, I think it's called the French Way, is the long one. Maybe I'm mixing up which is which, but one of them is like, dude, it's like 20 days. It's like a full month almost of hiking.
Yeah.
Every like you hike all day, every day. And like, so you're thinking about like, where can we stop for food and what are we gonna get? We gotta pack light. Uncle Rodney has already found the more expensive way to do it, where somebody drives your bags to the next location.
Okay. All
which
right.
is
Well,
which is Uncle
maybe he
Rodney's
can
like,
do it
yeah,
then. Yeah.
we could do it. We could do the this like service that like helps tourists bring their bags locations. You don't have to carry all your bags. And for me, I was like, I kind of want to just do it
I've
like
got the
what's on
bag.
my back.
I've got the backpack for it.
Yeah.
I would want to use my bag too much to
So we were
yeah.
saying the time of year, I think it's kind of coming up soon, so it'd have to be like next year. So that gives us like a full year to kind of prepare for it. And so that's why maybe it could be something we all kind of plan. Definitely it's going to be, I don't want to infringe on like father son time if it's just going to be them, if it's going to be
Mhm.
just the two of them. But if they want people to join, obviously you and I are already doing the fantasy hikes. We're already kind of like be getting in shape as like a byproduct of what we're doing already.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seemed fun,
And
seemed awesome, seemed like a cool bucket list thing that Rodney wanted to do, and looked beautiful. Like it looks really, really
And
beautiful.
I mean, I'm down. I mean, maybe we do like some warm ups where we do like a national park, because that was really fun training for Half Dome. Like that was really, really fun. And like that could be a cool thing where we go like backpacking or whatever, and doing something like that would be a blast. I'll tell you what, I'm watching so much Survivor. I'm like, I could live out there. I got know how to make the fire. I know how to
I
do
can
it. You
live
kidding
out
me?
there.
Give me Flint. I can do it. So I feel pretty good, but
See,
nice.
I'm
Yeah.
running a lot. I just feel like I could do the like endurance part of it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I could like I'm like in good shape right now. I'm like kind of been working out and eating good. So that part of it, I feel like I'm dialed in. Not
Yeah.
necessarily the survival aspect, but the like I could get a pack on and do like walking all day for, a couple weeks. I could do that. That sounds great.
We should do like when we're back east, we should do like some camping trips or whatever. Um
Oh, would love to.
would be very fun, because we've got all the gear and stuff. And so you wouldn't need much. And we could have some fun messing around, and I'd love to use the pack and all the stuff we've got. Um
I'm
at
just
some point.
spitballing,
But
maybe Appalachian Trail type stuff. Not the whole thing, but like,
yeah,
now we're
legs
on the
of it.
East Coast. Obviously, it's a little more south here, but than us here. But
I'd love to do like Vermont or Maine or something, are
Mhm.
really gorgeous. And I don't know what national parks are around there, but that would be really cool.
I still
Um,
got to find my ultra marathon, which race I want to do at the end of the year here.
yeah,
So
that's
that's kind of
nuts.
something in the back of my head.
That's a little fucked up, to be honest. That's crazy, man.
now,
That's crazy.
now that I'm looking at it, the suits seem kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it. I just do bucket list, dude. We did our marathon when we were like what, like 22? So it was like almost a decade ago, right? It was like right out of college, maybe a
or
year.
24, 25,
So I
something like
thought like
that.
that was our 20s physical thing. 30s, I'm gonna do this little bucket list. Ultra
Yeah.
kind of marathon. Do a quick one. I'm already
40s,
kind of
40s, you can do Fury Road into Burning Man or something. I don't know. Yeah.
yeah. Yes. Yeah, something like that.
You could submarine down to the Titanic shrinking. I don't know. Something. What else is
Didn't they
extreme,
die?
Alex?
Didn't some did some of those guys die? I think there's some
They sure
billionaires
did,
that
Alex.
died.
And that's what it feels like when you're talking about this shit. It's crazy.
It's just running. It's just running. Put
Yeah,
them on
for
the
like
ground.
days, dude. Um,
No, it's like one.
it's reminding me of, what's that run? It's like it's all the way through the night. Um, but now I'm conflating it with Ford. I just watched Ford versus Ferrari like a couple months ago, like a couple weeks ago, and they do the 24-hour race where they race overnight, and they're like,
What? I don't even have enough gasoline for that. They must
well, they're
stop a
doing
lot.
pit stops. Yeah,
Okay,
it's just like it's just like
okay.
a bajillion laps.
Man,
But that's the premise of Ford versus Ferrari, is that you gotta have a car that can endure the whole race, the whole like 24 hours or whatever.
24 hours of racing
They
cars.
do
It's like,
they
no
do switch
wonder
out the
the
driver.
ozone is fucked. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. Those
So
are
for
just some
24 hours
guys
straight,
messing around.
let's give it no break, huh? Let's give it no
Yeah.
break. Let's give the atmosphere no break at all to recoup.
Yeah.
Ah,
Just ripping it. Anyway, that's
gosh, anything else this weekend? You did any cooking, it looks like, or any type
yeah.
of what did you get
Yeah,
into?
went out
Here.
and did the wild, crazy Saturday night with the singing and the eye patch and everything. And so Sunday was like a chill day, but I had to get out and, Spicer's beat me in this walk. I'm like, I gotta
Yeah.
walk. I'm like, so I end up walking around. I got my headphones in. I'm just jamming out. And I walk past, there was this street vendor, Mediterranean food, looked incredible. I was
Mm.
gonna get some, but I was like, I'll catch it on the way back. I'll go through the park, and then I'll do the Grove, and then to the farmer's market. And so,
oh, you're
just
bringing me back. Oh,
the classic loop, Alex. Yeah, the
did you do
classic
the
loop.
pastrami stack with a cream soda? What'd you do?
Phil's? You mean Phil's Deli? I didn't this
I'm
time.
talking about Phil's. Come on,
Yeah,
what else were you
Phil-
talking about over
Alex,
there?
I'm happy you brought that
Oh.
up. I don't know if it was this walk. It might have been another walk, but I'm walking by. I see a guy. He's got the Phil's Deli T-shirt on, and I go and I go, "Hey, great shop. Love Phil's." And like it took him a second. He goes, "What?" And then like he realized it's his shirt, and he goes, "Yeah!" He was like so excited. So jazzed up.
Now,
It was one of the guys.
did
that
he
worked
work
there.
there, or was he just like a guy that bought a shirt? Like, can you just buy merch?
I think he
Or-
worked there. Yeah, he worked there because he had some other stuff. He had some other gear he was carrying. So
I would
he had
totally
like
wear a Phil's shirt. I'd wear that. I'd
light.
rep that.
It's light blue with white writing. It just says Phil's. It's just like a
Hey,
polo.
Jake, you know that's in my color palette, dude. Look at us.
I
We're both
know.
wear blue quarter zips.
We haven't addressed this yet, but we both have the 3/4 blue zips that we just unprompted both wore today.
We should definitely address this as twins. People ask, what's it like being twins? How is that crazy? What is that like? This is what it's like. You show up to a podcast, you don't you don't talk about it at all, and you just show up wearing the same thing. Not you don't even just
there we go.
Well, we're doing the twin thing. Our haircuts are looking similar.
This? Whoops.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so I passed the guy at Phil's, and I end up, you know what? I don't know what it was. Maybe it's I'm watching too much Survivor. I'm watching people cooking, and I'm just like, I don't know. I passed the deli, and there was 2 ribeyes on sale, and so I was just like, I'm gonna cook up some ribeyes. I'm gonna cook up.
You impulse bought 2 ribeyes.
I don't know about impulse. I don't know about impulse, but yeah, maybe. yeah.
Okay, you do know. You do know about impulse.
Maybe.
Right. But also, it's lovely.
Yeah,
that's a good deal.
So,
yeah.
And I've been pretty good the last probably year, 6 months to a year about eating less red meat. So this was definitely a divergent. This is definitely a little sidestep from that. But it was a nice. It was like a good like kind of like a different treat, at home. I wanted to just be at home, and like I knew I was going to be home for the afternoon game. That was my setup. What I ended up doing was for the football game, I ended up getting it on my laptop. I put it on top of the toaster oven in the corner of the kitchen, and then I've got my headphones in. I'm listening to the game. It's off in the corner, kind of like an old school 90s kitchen TV. It's just like, in the corner, and then I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna, and I just freestyled. I basically was like, one of these ribeyes I am going to cook tonight. I'm going to split it. Lisa and I will have that. The other one, I'm going to slow roast it in the oven. I'm going to sear it both sides, slow roast it in the oven, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge, slice it up for lunch throughout the week. And so a little bit of a meal prep.
In the cooking challenge, I think you would not be voted off. It sounds like you did pretty excellent work here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm earning. Yeah. And Alex, to start the oven, I used my flint. I got the magnesium and
the magnesium off.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
You could double up that magnesium if you take some of that as a supplement. That's great for bone health.
That's right.
Bone health, and it's also great for muscle and joints. Yeah,
just shave it right into the steak. I just shave it right into the steak. So yeah, I had a great time. So what ended up happening was I had the steak. I prepared that. I got really into I got 2 skillets, and
at once.
And so yeah, one of them I put in for the roasting in the oven, and the other one I've got. One was ridged to kind of let some of the fats drip out.
Talking about cast
iron?
Both
cast iron, yes. Yep.
Wow.
Both are cast iron. So I salted them, and then I put some oil on. So I
Olive?
kind of little
Extra
olive.
EVOO? Nice.
EVOO, yeah, coated it. And so
Mhm.
this is the reason it wasn't a complete impulse because I had cleaned the cast iron the week prior where you get the salt on there to kind of soak up the fat. You scrub it with a wooden um spoon or wooden whatever just to kind of get it off. And then you put a light oil on it to coat it. And then
Mhm.
you put heat on to kind of like cook it in to
Right, right,
have
right.
that. So
Seal it
that was
kinda.
another reason
Yeah.
I wanted to cook the ribeye was because I knew at home I had the cast irons ready to roll.
Yeah,
So
Papa prepped. Papa prepped, and
pop
he's
prep.
gonna use it.
So yeah, so that was another reason. So anyway, I got those going. What ended up happening was I got a little bit of gnocchi, pre-made gnocchi.
Mm,
So like that little like potato ball thing. Got a couple of
love a
that.
gnocchi. Mhm,
Yeah.
love it.
Got a little bit of that. I got some mushrooms. And so I just sauteed some mushrooms, had that going. I put it in some of the like the some sauteed onions as well. Onions, mushrooms. I feel like that's a classic steak thing is the mushrooms and onions sauteed or whatever.
Yeah,
Um
steak and onions, yeah.
Yeah. And then afterwards we had the two steaks, we had the meat ready for the lunches, and then the bones, the ribeye bones, I end up putting in the crock pot, doing a little bit of a stew action.
Oh!
Yeah, I end up cutting up some onion as well, throwing that in. I get
Holy Trinity? Did you get a Holy Trinity in there or no?
I no, I should have though. I should have the celery
And the carrots?
and the
Yep, yep.
carrots. I should have, but I did not. So I actually, after this, I tossed in some rice in the because so this thing, there was some meat left on the bones. Because I just kind of cut
You
them
can't have
a
any
little bit.
you can't have any meat left on the bone. You gotta get that meat off
Yeah.
the bone, yeah. Yep.
But it's been slow simmering for like over 24 hours. So the
Jacob.
the
Wow.
bone is just complete. The meat is separated from the bone like perfectly. So I just tossed in some rice so that after this, I'm gonna really dig into
Ooh.
nice little bone broth, rice, and some other stuff going on. Some mushrooms, some more
That
mushrooms,
sounds
some other stuff. Delightful. Yeah.
absolutely delightful. Great work in the kitchen, brother. And on top of all this, you get a bone for your cat dog. You know, you get a little
Yeah,
Pip.
that's right.
Pip can be a little
Yeah.
because he's already kind of like not necessarily fully a cat. He's like a predator,
Yeah.
panther slash
Uh-huh.
kind of a dog anyway. You want to get him on the
Yep.
leash and everything. This is one
Yep.
step closer to being like, like a dog. You got him the bone now. He's biting on
Yeah.
that and he's like, "Arr,"
It would be
he's
perfect. That
getting
would be
there.
full circle. That would be just no. That was the other thing is because I bought the ribeyes, I was like, I gotta use every part of this. I gotta use every part of this,
And you're watching
because I
Survivor, so you're thinking, how am I going to start? Yeah, how am I going to use
yeah,
everything? I love that. I
yeah,
love that.
yep. And also, it was very fun. It was a fun way to. So while this is all going on, I'm watching some of the football games. So it
Hmm.
was a nice little fun thing that I was going through.
And what game were you watching? Was that the first game? Was Patriots
Yeah.
and who did they played the Broncos with Stidham with old
Oh,
Stiddy,
yep. Little stitty
which
action.
really, I mean, if you recall, it was an encouraging start to the game. Stiddy had that bomb. Do you remember
I
this?
love that you're calling him Stiddy. I love that. I love that it's like
Oh,
the
I
little.
wish they won.
I
They could have
know.
done it for a week longer, saying Stiddy for 2
2 weeks.
weeks.
2 weeks
Yes,
longer. Yeah.
yes.
That would have been great.
Stiddy could have took us home, but
No,
yeah, he
that was a
started off
schlop.
fast.
That game was a schlop. That was.
But
It
what
was.
sucked is like at halftime, the snow came down. That's when that was that game, right? Or was that the
Yep.
Seattle game?
It was like I think even later than that. It was like third into the fourth quarter where it
Mm-hmm.
really. It went from
It
like no
changed
snow to
dramatically.
like
Mm-hmm.
yes, and it was very quickly as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing of the whole game, it ended 10-7. It was that Stidham backward pass. That was
That
like the
was
whole
so
game.
weird. It was such a weird play. Yeah, and
Yeah.
they picked it up and scored, but they didn't call it that. But it was like such a weird kind of play. But yeah, dude, Drake May gets what, like a 59% QB rating and wins
Dude,
the game, 60
he had
yards rushing.
86 yards passing. He was 10 for
Mhm,
21. He did have some
mhm.
good rushing. That was probably the
60.
best part of the entire game.
Yeah.
And then Stevenson had 71 yards rushing. It was just a sloppy. Both teams were just happy to punt.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're Denver's defense, you're probably so pissed because your offense had that key turnover. And
Mm-hmm.
on top of it, they could have had a field goal and gone up 10-0, and they went for it on fourth and missed it right before half.
It seemed like they were trying to be aggressive before the snow had fallen, and like they were already up, so they were trying to be aggressive. But then obviously hindsight's 2020. After that, like in the beginning of the game, it felt like, oh, they were going to be moving the ball a lot, but that was the most it moved all day. It was like those
Yeah.
first couple drives for Stiddy and the guys. And then the Patriots kind of hunkered down their defense. I felt like they kind of locked in. Christian
Mm-hmm.
Gonzalez got burned on the one big play, but then he locked
Yeah.
in
He had a
after that.
pick. He had a ceiling pick at the end as well. It was,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, Stidham was fine. 133. He had the big bomb to Mims
Mm-hmm.
that you mentioned. That was pretty big. It's so fun to see Singleton is like such a key player on like one of the best defenses. And he was like that
Middle
Eagles, just
linebacker.
like
Yeah.
undrafted guy that just kind of like, that was in that phase
Special
of the Eagles.
teams.
It's that
Yeah.
phase of the Eagles where they just refuse to put any resources into linebacker, and they would just get like
we'll find a gem. We'll find a hidden gem. That's
yeah, like bottom of the barrel guys. And he was one of those guys that just kind of like rose to the top and then like really had a pretty great career. But yeah, he led. I mean, he might have been the best player in the whole game with 12 tackles. I feel like he really did some of the dirty work, but it was just an ugly game. And I mean, Stidham was fine, you know. I mean, compared to May, it was just the one turnover, and that was kind of it.
I hate to shoehorn in our favorite team here, but
Rip, Alex, let it rip.
yeah, like this was what every Eagles game felt like this year. Is like
Yeah.
this kind of game, but they'd score like 17 or like 19 or some weird score, like higher than 10 or 7. Like it'd score a little bit more, but it would be just ugly and atrocious. It makes me feel like the team was always built for the playoffs, but just never kind of got into a rhythm, it seemed like.
I know. And it's so
ugly kind of games. I felt like I just watched this game all year. So I was excited not to see that in the playoffs. And then to watch this game, I'm like, this is like watching an Eagles game. Like, this is like, like,
they're just
struggling and punting.
It's so funny because the whole season, everyone's like, they're so conservative. And then to watch this game, it's like, you know, they're just gonna need to punt the ball and just
you got to do that. You got to do that to win.
Yeah.
And but then the Eagles do it. And they're like, ugh, what a horrible team to watch.
This is disgusting.
Put that product on the field.
The other game was much better. The other game.
Oh, that was very, that was compelling. And Stafford he's got arm talent, man. He's just got great arm talent. He should be the MVP. I mean,
after this, I mean, I know it's like narratives, everything, but I feel like this is a classic thing where it's like they don't want to give the guy in the Super Bowl the MVP, but on top of it, like even though it wasn't the regular season, the ending and the lasting memory of Stafford is like he had 374 passing, 3 touchdowns, 127 rating, and Drake May threw for 86. But then it's like it's gonna be the classic thing of like it's gonna be the classic thing of like, yeah, but he's a winner or whatever is gonna happen once he gets to the Super Bowl.
Yep. But Darnold, almost identical stat line.
Dude, this
pretty
this
crazy.
game was mirror image because so funny you say that. not only Darnold, but Jackson Smith and Jackson Smith and Jigba, as well as Puka Nacua, had really similar games. They
Yep.
were 10 for 153 and for Jackson's JSN, and then 165 on 9 catches for Puka. Both had a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar. Very similar. Even the rushing, Corum had 55 rushing.
Kenny Walker. How about Kenny Walker, huh? He is.
Yeah.
Like, he can't do this all season, but like he was always like the more talented guy, and like Charbonnet was always the, like, I think we said this last week. To me, in my head, I think of the baseball metaphor of he's an innings eater. He's like an innings eater where he's not the most talented guy, but you throw him in the middle of a summer game that doesn't matter too much, and he's just gonna eat up some innings because maybe the starter is, he's on a pitch count. So he gets like the first 3 innings, and this innings eater, which is basically Charbonnet for the regular season, just doing the job, doing the work, just vulturing touchdowns and taking big hits. But Darnold is always the starter, or excuse me, not Darnold, Walker. Kenny Walker, he's like the talented, like, he had some crazy, like, jump, like the way he jump cuts and the way he moves on the field. I've seen some highlights of him flipping over people, and he's like a wrestler out there running.
It's like, to use the baseball analogy further, it's like Charbonnet is doing like singles and maybe a double, and then Charbonnet is like, or Kenny Walker is like home run or strikeout. And like, and then, I mean, in this one, I feel like he was because it was just him, he did more of the dirty work than he usually does. And he wasn't as risky, but he was still very like impressively getting and grinding out yards in the way that he did it. Man, a lot of fun story. I mean, this was the Super Bowl to me. I felt like I want either of these teams to kind of win it. I don't want the Pats, which means the Pats will win it. And so
I know. I think America wants Seattle, and this is how, I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast, maybe in the beginning of the podcast, my very narrow niche interest of the show Frasier. I love Frasier very much, and I want a real binge watching it. And so Frasier lives in Seattle, and his dad is a huge Seattle sports fan. And if you remember the character of Frasier, he grew up in Seattle with his dad being a sports fan, and then he moves to Boston for the Cheers bar, and he's in the Cheers universe. That's how his character started. So he's probably around a lot of Boston fans, and maybe a Boston. So in the subreddit that I'm in of Frasier, they're like, who is Frasier want to win the Super Bowl? Is he with the Patriots and his hometown bar in Cheers, or with his dad and his family in Seattle? Everyone goes, Seattle, easy money, Seattle. In the memory of his late father, 100% Seattle. He's a fixture in the community. And so to me, this is the Frasier Super Bowl.
Alex, I love that you're in 2026 keeping up with the Frasier subreddit. Is incredible.
Of course,
when did Frasier go off air? When was Frasier?
Jake, early 2000s. It probably started in like 93. Part of the reason I love the show is it reminds me of like vague memories I had as a child, because what they reference and the way they kind of lived life, like the way the phones were and the way they like interacted, it all reminds me of being a little kid. Because like I think they started around when we were born, like 93, like in that era. And then the show went for like a decade into like the early 2000s. And so I just remember being a kid hearing that Frasier was on in the background or hearing it, but I never watched it until 20 years later, and I'm an adult. And so there's this weird nostalgia I have to it, even though I haven't watched it. And I binge watched it like last year, so very late to the game. And there's also a podcast that some of the guys from Britain do that they recap every episode, and they go through, and
That's so
they get a
funny.
real they get a real banter. They get a real
That's what
banter
we
that I
should do,
enjoy.
Alex. Is we should really dig into a show. I've got an idea. So you're bringing up this TV show. I just texted Colton, our good friend
Uh-huh.
Colton, because they are bringing back the show Scrubs for another season. They Have you seen the ads? It's Scrubs is coming back. What if we go back and rewatch Scrubs for the new season?
Okay.
Maybe that's the move. That could be.
And
Now,
then
the new
we go into
season's
the universe.
we might be coming pretty fast and furious now that I think about it. So I don't know if we have much time to do
Is
this.
he coming in the summer? Like, is it like a summer thing they're prepping
I think
for?
it's maybe we'll get the it's gonna be it's premiering February 25th of
We
this
got a
year.
month. We have 1
Yeah,
month,
we have
Jake.
1 month to binge the entirety of Scrubs. Um, how many
Wow.
seasons did they go? They
I'm
must have
gonna guess like
gone
9. I'm gonna guess 9.
9 is your
My
guess?
guess. Yeah, what's your guess?
They ended up
Give a guess. You
doing
gotta give a guess.
9. Oh, sorry, I looked it up. But you
It
nailed
was
it.
9?
You nailed it. So
Oh!
this is going to be their 10th season. Now, let me see. I'm curious if that includes that like Dave Franco spin-off. Yes, it does. Season 9. It was kind of like
Ugh.
8 legit seasons and then like
What was that? Medical school? Medical school
yeah,
is called or something?
yeah.
That was a tough one. That was tough when they were trying to become professors, kind of, but they're not really in all the episodes. And
There was a
they don't.
teaching hospital. Yeah, they were a teaching hospital
And
and like
they tried to hand it over to Dave Franco as like the lead.
yeah, which
And
in retrospect kind of I remember I think that was my introduction to Dave Franco, which is kind of funny because he's more of like the
really?
bro-y kind of guy.
Right. That's why I thought
And
like what a weird direction because like JD and everybody that fell in love with him as like the main character with like Turk and everybody, he's more sensitive. He's way more sensitive uh, and like I don't know, how would you say it? Like I don't know, less broy is what I would say.
he's very man, wow. So it first aired in October 2001. Um
Mm.
so wow. That would have been kind of wicked timing with the September 11th right
Oh,
before.
yeah.
Crazy time. But yeah, the last season was 2010. So it's 16 years since the last season. Pretty nuts.
16 years? That sounds like crazy. That just like blows my mind because I just remember watching like reruns of that like in high school. Like, remember,
Yeah,
like
those were
in high school,
reruns.
that was, yeah.
So I mean, it was coming out. Yeah, I mean that's I would love to kind of go back and look at that show. They had some really fun earlier seasons, if I remember. That like season,
Hmm.
I feel like this is for every show, but like season like 3 to 6 in that kind of range when they really flesh out the characters, but but they're still
Yeah.
taking chances, but they haven't done
Hmm.
everything yet. They haven't jumped the shark
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
and doing that type of thing. But
Yeah. Yeah. This one, so I looked up Frasier. It was 93 until like 2004.
interesting. So I wonder if that's like what if we go Frasier into Scrubs and just
Well, it's funny, just the
chronologically.
year we were born. So it's exactly
Yeah.
like when we were coming online. Kind of, yeah.
That's incredible. I now speaking of shows, now I don't know if you know this or not, but also 2001 was the release of the Fellowship of the Ring, Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
So
yes.
this
Yes, yes.
year is the 25th anniversary of Lord of the Rings. So in honor of it, they're re-releasing them in theaters for the extended editions. So Nick, Zane, Lisa, and I are going tomorrow night to the Twin Tower or the twin what is it? Twin Tower. Oh my god. Two Towers? I got 9/11. Yeah, Two Towers. I got you got 9/11 in my head.
I got 9/11 stuck in my head.
Stuck in my head. The Two Towers. Oh my gosh. So last night we actually had Zane over because she had never seen it. She had never seen it.
Really?
Well, she had seen like bits of it, but kind of lost interest. And so she's coming back to it. And we watched a full like 3.5 hour last night. It was 6 to like 9:30, 10 or whatever it was. Yeah, we did to get ready for tomorrow night. So we watched The Fellowship.
You guys are committed. You guys are committed to the Lord of the Rings lifestyle. You guys are full on. Yeah.
Isn't it wild? I mean, we got our cats named after him, so we gotta.
Yeah. You're making me. I gotta go back and rewatch it. I don't think I've watched it since like remember when. I mean, Spicer introduced it to us when we were kids. You know.
Yeah, the video game is incredible, by the way.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, the video game is awesome. I remember watching all the movies. And Spicer had them on DVD, I think, at that time. Wasn't it a DVD that he had?
Yeah.
He had a collection. He had a real collection in his bachelor days. That and the Xbox. He was ripping it.
Yeah, certainly was. It was fun. What I like about it was like the extended edition, especially at home. I just like, we got Chipotle and we're eating Chipotle. So you're kind of like, I was doing tea. I was making tea. So I'm like, I'm getting up, I'm stretching, I'm walking to the kitchen, I'm coming back, I'm ripping a quote or two. I'm then sitting down, watching for a little bit, going back, getting another tea, had some pastries. You know what I mean?
Okay. What kind of pastries are you talking about? Jake, what kind of pastries are these?
This is the one perk of Lisa working at USC where she's in office and she gets to just take home like, hey, the office had a bunch of pastries. We had this thing. Anyone want to take this? And she's like, sure. So we just got like a bunch of like a bunch of different things, but like a cinnamon roll thing,
dangerous,
like a Danishy type deal. And then for the for the final, the closing action, the final like 20, 30 minutes, I end up getting a decaf coffee with the pastry. So I did 2 teas, Chipotle. I mean, it's 3.5 hours, hit the bathroom.
Yeah. You got to get second breakfast. You got to get second breakfast.
11Z's. Yeah. But it's going to be.
I don't think we were ready. This is like a heavy food episode. I feel like we got really deep into the food I like it.
I know. Maybe that's our niche, Alex. We really dive into. Maybe it's the Yardleys Find Food or something. Maybe that's our new podcast name or spinoff or the going for lunch. Yeah. But no, the last thing is I'll say is I'm not going to have that luxury when we're in the theater for 3.5 hours for the Two Towers. Right. I'm going to be locked in and I'm going to have to I think I'm going to get a popcorn. I'll report back, but I think I'm going to get a popcorn and I'm curious how you think I should handle the snack 3.5 hour, just marathon in the theater.
There's a couple of rituals I have when I go on a plane and when I go into a movie theater. And so,
all right.
I need when I go on a plane, I'll start there. When I go on a plane, got to get like a Canada Dry or a ginger ale. I don't know why that's what I get. And with the ice,
Can I tell you something?
Tell me.
I feel like there's a root of science that's there. The ginger is great for motion sickness. It is like when I was on a boat and I was doing my motion sickness deal, they have ginger chews, which are much more like potent, but still, just that small hit of ginger, I think so. There is actually. You're nailing it. I don't know if you,
really. It's weird. It's like I think I think somebody like when I was a little kid, I got it, but it's just like it's like automatic to me now. It's such a habit that I like. That's my automatic move now.
Perfect.
Um, yeah,
It's what you should. It's what you should be getting. It's perfect.
and so I do that, and then when I go to movie theater, my
Mm-hmm.
ritual or my go-to thing is you get a popcorn and I get a blue Slurpee, and if I'm crazy, I get like a root beer, like the root beer, the Coca-Cola, the soda flavored. So, and then if it's a longer movie, like you're describing, 3.5
Yeah.
hours, that's when you add the chocolate cookie dough bites. So that's where I would. That is now I've made the mistake. I thought I could dance with the devil, and I I put the cookie dough bites in the hot
The
popcorn,
popcorn.
melted
Oh, all
melted
of
the
the
chocolate,
chocolate. Yeah.
and it was just a mess.
You
Butter and
got
salt and
raw dough
chocolate and
just
cookie dough,
everywhere. Yeah.
and I'm like, and I'm like licking my
Yeah.
fingers, and
Uh,
I got and don't do that. So keep them separate. And then
yeah.
even if they're the it's that they know what they're doing if they bring it out of the fridge or they bring the cookie dough bites out of like a freezer. If
Yeah.
freezer, you can wait on it for like hour two. You got an hour and a half
Yeah.
left. You give them like one or two at a time, little slurpy drink, one or
Ooh.
two, little slurpy drink, and that's after you got
Yeah.
all the salt and the popcorn out of the way.
Yeah.
Because you've
You
been
know what I
kind of hitting that early. Yeah.
might do, and I don't know, this sense the older I get, the more I'm like, oh, it's too much sugar. It's like
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
you know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah, for sure.
I still want the ritual of it. What I might do is I might try and go to the like Trader Joe's before or something
Oh,
and get like
I have a recommendation for that. If that's what you're
okay,
doing.
this is what I wanted. Okay, perfect.
Take dried mango strips. You get the dried
Yeah.
mango strips. Is that where
Not
you're
the
gonna go?
sweetened ones, not the sweetened ones, but the
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
then you can really almost like a Laffy Taffy. It's
Right.
like you get the candy kind of feel
Mm-hmm.
to it, but it's
Mm-hmm.
dried mango. It's a
Yeah.
lot of sugar, but it's natural sugar. It's that natural sugar. So it's not
Yeah.
as bad when you do the unsweetened. Um, and almost like I would even want to say at Trader Joe's, they have some like healthier kind of cookies or snacky, like dark chocolate peanut butter cups, even
Right. It's a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit
like a
more health
compromise,
conscious. Right. I'm gonna try and think about maybe I'll do like I don't know, like a pastry thing or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll even make something. I don't I'm gonna give it a long, hard think, and I'm gonna report back with what ends up happening. Now, I will say, even though, I steer away from some of the sugary stuff because Lisa still loves it. Lisa's go-to is any of the um, watermelon Sour Patch stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, she loves that, and
yeah.
yeah,
You're like,
she'll go nuts for that. But
wait,
I'm more of
wait.
the
Can
popcorn.
you help me with the? Do they sell just watermelon Sour Patch, or is she just picking it out of the bag? They sell
No,
just watermelon.
they'll sell the watermelon. That's like ideal. And I agree with her. I think that is the best Sour Patch on the market. Now,
Oh, is that what
there
it's like the little half watermelon thing?
yep, the slice
Oh
of
yeah.
watermelon. And they got the
Mhm.
pink with the green rind
Yeah.
kind of
Yep. I see it now.
the shape
Yep.
and color of it. It's all artificial, whatever, but
Sure. Yeah, it's
the
candy.
other one,
Yeah.
if you've been to Trader Joe's, dude, they've got this Scandinavian swimmers. Have you had this?
Oh, it's Swedish fish. Oh my
They're
God, those are great.
they're like a Swedish fish meets a Sour Patch because they have both. They've got the sugary coated ones, but they also have the like kind of just straight gummy ones. So
I've just done the straight gummy ones, I think.
yeah,
And I didn't even know they had the sugar coated ones. That's
I
news
think
to me.
those are like more sour. They got the soury kind of sugary thing on the outside, but it's a good
Okay.
brand. It's a good
I
one.
oh, I got an idea. It just popped in my head. You talked about your decaf coffee. If you want to go like decaf coffee route and Trader Joe's, you get the biscotti cookies. You get the biscotti cookies, Jake, and you dip in that. in the coffee, your decaf, or if you want to caffeinate it, you want to go
I'm
crazy.
bringing a thermos. Maybe I bring my Hydro
Yeah.
Flask because that does temperature control.
You'd really have to shove that down your pants or something. That's like, this is like,
yeah.
that'd be tough to smuggle in.
That's all
But
right. That's a me
you could
problem, Alex.
probably
I'll figure it
order
out.
a coffee. Do you think they would have a coffee, or you sneak in the cookies, the biscotti cookies?
I like this a lot, though. I do like that. That's why I was kind of saying pastry, but the biscottis are really nice. I like that. Now, I will say, away from the sweets, there is a part of me where I'm like, I will get popcorn, even if I'm like trying to like feel good about myself. I'll be like, I'll still get the popcorn. I'll just do less butter, but I'll still get the popcorn because I'm just like, that is like the ritual to me where I'm just kind of like, I need the popcorn. What I think it is like, it's such a lasting snack where you can like be hammering it and it just feels bottomless. You're just like, you're going nuts.
And they know that's where the money's made. And so they hammer it. Like, it's Pavlovian, where you go to the movie theater. They've been hammering that to us since we were kids. Like, anybody that's gone to movie theaters as a child, that has been Pavlov dogs. It's every other every other trailer, I feel like.
The original purpose for the popcorn being the driver is because it was salty and people needed to drink something, and so they would drive more Coca-Cola sales. Soda sales. And so part of the reason they started with popcorn was because it was this salty thing. Ooh, pretzels. Maybe talk about pretzels. Is that kind of crazy?
It depends what theater you're going to with the pretzels. If they're going those little frozen bites out of the freezer, count me out.
Dips
out.
Dips.
If they're doing those, if there's those little like nubs, that's like it's like if like a heavy set guy. Yeah, if a heavy set guy cut off the front of his finger, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
I'm there with you.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like comes out of the freezer. Now, I know the popcorn. I mean, the popcorn, it's typically popped pretty fresh. I know sometimes it sits in the case and you're not always getting the best quality, but usually it's right behind you. You can see it getting popped. That's usually a safe bet. Don't ever get the hot dog. I'm just going to say that there. I'm going to put that there. Don't ever do the hot dog. That's a hard pass for me. I'm never going to do a hot dog in a movie theater. It's a smell. It's a texture. It's not a baseball game. We're not outside. There's no.
We're not outside. Hot dogs are only outside.
There's no. It's no 4th of July. We're not. We're not in the backyard. We're not outside. We're inside in an air-conditioned room together. We're not animals.
Alex,
we're gonna put chocolate in the popcorn, and we're gonna get our fingers sticky and disgusting, and we're gonna eat candy that's made in a factory. Okay, it's a movie.
It has carcinogens in them. That's what we're here for. Either way, yeah. I mean, I guess the hot dogs do too. Did I ever tell you about the outing? I went with the Catan group. I went with Robbie. It was Melissa. It was Chris. It was Lisa. We went to the one by the Grove here next to us. We walk over. I'm running late. I was like, I'm going to bring my dinner in my Tupperware.
It's such a foul move.
Alex, guess what it was? It was
fish,
white rice. It was salmon and like cooked salmon. Alex, and listen. It was steamed broccoli. And Alex, I lean over to Robbie and I go, hey,
how did you microwave?
Is it cool? And I microwaved it before we went. So I got this hot Tupperware. I mean, it was glass. So I didn't microwave plastic. It was glass. And so I end up, I lean over to Robbie and I go, hey, it's the trailers. The trailers are going.
My God.
It's like Tom Cruise. It's like new Mission Impossible's coming out. We're watching the trailer. I go, is it cool if I eat? And he goes, yeah, it's cool if you eat your broccoli in the movie theater. And I go, thanks, man. And I get a fork and I just start
Oh, Jake, did you? Okay, I got to know. Because I know for a fact you did look behind you, because if you look behind you, you would have got stabbed in the back of the head with daggers that people are shooting at you through their eyes. Just daggers looking at you. Did anybody in front of you turn around and go, "What the fuck?" Or did anybody turn around and you know that like half shoulder look over that people do when people are like talking too much? Did they get any of that?
Luckily, if I think it was a weeknight, and so it was a lighter audience. So it wasn't like a packed theater, thank God.
Jake,
but
Jake,
but
what
still,
made you like that? It's like the only a plane I could think of a worse place to bring that. It's like,
well, the thing
it's
is,
like the worst.
It was one of those things, Alex. It is a very like LA, I feel like Hollywood thing where it's like people go so frequently that like to me, I felt so comfortable. I felt so comfortable going.
No, you can't blame the geography. You can't blame the city you live in. No, for being. This is on you.
These are moviegoers, Alex. They understood.
You take this one on the chin.
I'm a busy guy that wants to check a flick.
Accountability.
No. Alex, I was at the time I was
egregious
commuting
behavior.
And I was getting back. I threw it in. I ran out the door.
There is a weird small window where I could kind of believe a story where like you coming from work and you had to do it. You had to bring your dinner. But I just don't think that was the case here. You would have led with that. And no, I think.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember. This was like a year and a half, 2 years ago, give or take. I don't know. So I don't remember the details. I do remember being in a rush. I remember having it because I would have just eaten it before had I had the time. But I felt as though I had to bring it. I'll just never forget.
I have never heard, Jake, you microwaved it and then that sat in your lap in the car as you went.
I walked there.
Jake, so you walked. You've got a heated up glass bowl that you walked with to the theater, and you walked in the front door with your heated up leftovers. And you look the guy in the eye and you say, "I'll take one for Mission Impossible, please," or whatever the movie was. Yeah, and then you're holding it, and it's hot.
Yeah, I think I had a bag. I had a bag. Like a Trader Joe's bag, like a grocery bag. I just threw like a coat on top or something.
You hit it all.
Hey, look, if you think that's bad, I've done well. I've done. What have you done? No, that was the worst from that round. But you know what I have done before?
What have you done?
Lisa and I'll grab like a flask of whiskey. And then I'm in the theater with that root beer slushy. I'm pouring it in. So there's like people next to me that are like watching. It's like I'm watching like Inside Out 2.
Anxiety's really losing it now. Anxiety's really going crazy here.
Man, they gotta get these emotions under control, and I'm just like a Maker's Mark and like a Mark's root beer floating.
I'll tell you what, that Maya Hawke, she did a great anxiety voice, huh? Can you believe Uma Thurman's kid and Ethan Hawke's kid does such a good anxiety? You've got like whiskey on your breath.
It's just all kids in the theater. Just
and their parents that are shielding them from it.
Yeah. Is that broccoli?
Is that salmon?
Yeah. No,
Oh
man, more of the adult films, but anyway.
Yeah. Man.
I've gotten a little reckless at the theaters recently.
Jake, I love it. And also I would hate to be caught behind you. I'd hate to be if I sat
Just like, is that
near
is
you.
that broccoli? Hey, what's that broccoli? I turn around with whiskey breath. You're like, oh my God. This guy's a mess. It's a Tuesday, dude.
Are you by yourself at Inside Out 2, sir?
Oh my. Oh, it's funny. That is funny.
Man.
So yeah, I'll let you know what happens on Wednesday with the
Yeah, let me know. Let me what snacks you sneak in.
yeah.
Or what meal. Oh man.
But
Shit, I haven't
I'm
laughed like that.
excited. It'll be fun. I think, brother, we hit everything I wanted to. I think we really, I mean, we got Line on the Football, and this was a fun, it's a food episode, really. We did a food epi. Look at us.
And we finally did a relatively quickie. Like, we usually hit 2-hour mark. And so we had been saying the last, like, several episodes, we'll shorten it up this time. We'll shorten it up.
I know.
But, whew.
Here we are.
Oh, man.
We did it. We did
Brother.
it. Woo!
We did it.
Well,
thanks for listening to Going to Lunch with the Yards.
Yeah, there we go. We're going to lunch. See you, brother. Love you.
See ya. Love you.
Bye.